Hi guys, welcome back to returning subscribers, and if you're new here, welcome to the family. My name is Barry Progress Ezekiel. You are watching Scribbles with Barry. So guys, I'm so excited today, as you can see and tell from my facial expression. I am super excited. You're welcome everyone, and I want to ask, how are you? How have you been coping, and how is life treating you? I hope you are actually doing well, and if you don't mind, you can share in the comments. Yeah, for me, I'm fine. Don't mind my voice. I've been a little bit under the weather, and on top of that, I had an accident. Don't tell anybody. I fell so bad from a hill, and I was rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. I mean, it was fatal. It was actually bad. I had scratches and bruises all over my hand, my stomach. I couldn't laugh. Today it's even better. Before I couldn't laugh, I couldn't talk. I was always having pains in my stomach, my ribs area. But I'm getting better. My voice is still affected, by the way. But it's okay. I hope I'll get better. Yeah. Okay guys, so today we'll be talking about something important that might have happened to you in the past or even presently in one way or the other, and that is about God speaking to you, God speaking to us, that still small voice. And I believe from today we'll get to know the different ways God can speak to us and how to identify when God is speaking to us, and how to to act on that, and to actually do his biddings, which will in turn save us a lot of trouble. So guys, today I'll begin by sharing an experience some years ago I had, and how fatal it should have resulted. But it was just by God's mercy, even when I was so heady and I just wanted to get done with what I was doing and then go my way. But his mercy still, came through for me, and, I was set free in that situation. So I'm going to share. So it happened, if I can remember, I think I was through. I'm certain I was through with my university, but I hadn't gone for my youth service as at then. So that should be around 2013, 2014. But I am so certain of the month. It was in November. This was in November, I think so. So around this period, my younger sister had just returned from high school, from the boarding school, and of course 2013, 2014, that's some years ago. So she was very little, she was young, she was in secondary school then. And I woke up this particular morning. I had my quiet time as usual, and there's something I used to do then that really helped me. When having my quiet time, I used to write what I learned down. I'll write it down, take note of it, and even during the day I'll go through it. So it happened on this particular day. I had done that, and I was up for my chores and duty and all I had to do, and I had a lot of things to do that day because there was this camping program I was preparing to attend, and I had to set the house, clean the house, and cook before leaving for the program. So but something happened that very day. I was just so worried, just from nowhere. I was just so worried, I was just so disturbed, I was just feeling unhappy, I was just so moody. And initially I did a good thing because I was conscious of what was happening. I mean, I was, what's happening? I mean, I had my quiet time. In fact, when I was going to the market, there was this narrow path that we take and it was bushy, so people were not, you know, you don't get to see people there often. So because of how lonely it was and the worries I was having, I had to stop. And I was like, what's happening? Am I okay? Did I do my quiet time? And yeah, I even remembered the topic. I remembered the text where I read from. I remembered the lessons I wrote down. And I went over it again. And it still continued. And the only thing I could do then, I just stood and, you know, I didn't hear anything from God. But I just prayed. And I said, God, maybe it is the stress I'm going through, you know, going through all these. I had come from all night rehearsals and I'm going for another camping program, and maybe just the stress. And I said, oh God, this is too much. Help me so that at the end of everything, I don't miss heaven and all this stress would be a waste. I remember vividly that was the only prayer I made, and I just committed my days into God's hand, and I just made a short prayer. I commit today into your hands. I don't know why I'm feeling this way, but just take control. And I went to the market. And guys, I came back from the market. I was about to cook. And as I got to the kitchen, I realized the gas was finished. Yeah. And I told my mom, and she was like, oh, your dad is not around. Take this money and go and buy kerosene, and you can use that to cook. You know, you can cook with the stove. And then I sent my younger sister, the one who was not always around. I sent her to go get the kerosene from the woman that was selling down the street. And she came back with it. And when my mom saw it, she was like, what kind of kerosene is looking yellowish like this? Are you sure this is a kerosene or a fuel? And she said it was kerosene. I was like, mommy, it's kerosene now. You know, some kerosene actually look darker. It looks yellowish. So it's kerosene. She was like, I should go and ask the woman. I said, mommy, you've come. Oh. I should leave what I'm doing and go and start asking the woman. If she, is it not kerosene she told her she wanted to buy? And we just laughed about it. We continued. So I sent my younger sister, the one that went to buy the kerosene, to go wash the meats I will use for cooking. And she went to do that. And after doing that, I told her to pour I was doing something else. So I told her to pour the kerosene into the stove and then light the stove for me. And she murmured. She was like, you've told me to do this one. Now you're sending me to go and do this one. And those who know me well, in fact, I don't know how to send someone on errand, honestly. Even when I was in Nigeria and I had someone staying with me, my husband would be like, you are doing this and someone is in the house. I'd be like, don't worry now. Does she not know she's supposed to do it? If I've talked before and she does not want to do it. So it's just something. I don't know how to send someone. I just feel you should know what you're supposed to do. And then because of that, immediately she just murmured. I didn't just want to put someone into, you know, just my nature. I don't want to put someone into that situation where, you know, they don't feel comfortable to do something when it is not their will. They're not willingly, you know, doing that thing. So I just thought, okay, don't worry, I will do it. And guys, imagine if I had not done that. Sometimes our weakness has a way of, coming through for us, and that was a weakness. But the fact that, if some people will be like, what, your elder sister is talking to you, my friend, will you go and do that thing? Well, I just told her, maybe she complained, oh yeah, don't worry, leave it, I'll do it. And then she left it. And guys, I went to pour the kerosene. And as I was about pouring, my mom passed. And she was like, my mom, I feel you should go and ask this woman, I don't trust the way this thing is looking. Go and ask her if that thing is really kerosene. I had poured halfway through, and then a little splashed on my hands, on my skin, And it felt so cold. It felt so cold. I mean, it was not making sense. And then God in his mercy spoke so tenderly. I mean, I heard a still small voice saying, but what will it take you to go and ask that woman if it is kerosene, actually, just the way your mom said? And when I heard that, I had to cover it. Remember, I had poured halfway through. Now, if it was my younger sister that went to actually pour that, if I had insisted, how would she have known? She would have lit it, and then everything would have gone into flames. And when I heard that still small voice, and the way it felt cold, I decided to tighten the container, and I went to the woman. And you know, immediately I got there and I asked her, "Ma, with the half container, is it kerosene my sister told you she wanted to buy?" She saw it and she screamed. Oh my God. She screamed. I said, "That is fear." I'm like, "How?" She said, yes, she told her it was kerosene. But she was, you know, these NEPA guys, they wanted to cut her lights. So she was talking with them. So as she told her she wanted kerosene, she just told her, go and collect. And she not knowing, kerosene and fuel were all together. So she just felt she's not a little girl now. Is she not supposed to know with her eyes? You told her to go and take. And it was not like it was separated or there was any sort of demarcation or whatever for her to know. You just told her go and take, and she just collected. So actually, guys, that was not kerosene. It was fear. And imagine if I had not gone, if I had lit it. Oh my goodness. The house, myself, my sister, my little brother, which as a then was not even walking. I mean, with all the weight, how could we have, you know, escaped? I mean, oh my God. And today, whenever I look at my sister, I just remember that incident whenever. And I'm like, if she was the one, I mean, this little girl now is not a lawyer. I mean, oh God. And immediately, I just knew where all those feelings I had throughout the day was coming from. You know, that feeling of uneasiness, you know, moody, sadness. I knew where it was coming from. I had this goosebump all over. Even when my mom came back, when she came back, she saw the wig. I washed it and I spread. And she was like, "Paripon, what happened?" I said, "Mommy, do you know, as I was pouring, it poured on my hand. I felt cold and I heard this and I went to ask the woman and she didn't was for my mommy. You know how our African mothers can be. She fell on the floor. She was so dramatic. Hey, she was crying. Hey, she said, hey, I will go and meet that woman though. I will go and tell her this. I'll go and I mean, we were shocked, and I knew where those feelings I was having, you know, came from. And I had goosebumps all over me. I just sat down. I was crying and I was thanking God. I was praising God. I was just thanking God for you know, the miracle he did that day in my life. Now, this brings us to what I wanted to share. What I want to share. This is part of it. But from this, there are a few lessons one can learn. You can pick lessons for yourself, but I have some lessons I learned from this, which I am going to share right now. So guys, number one lesson I learned from this was being mindful and, you know, aware. You know, that uneasiness I had was not just random. Sometimes being uneasy is not just, you know, randomness. It's a way of, you know, it's a kind of alert we get from the Spirit to be attentive and be cautious and be careful, be mindful of our environment and the things that, you know, are about to happen around us. One other important lesson I learned is the still small voice. Guys, you should never ever underestimate that still small voice or the power of a still small voice. There, no matter how you want to call it, whether a nudge, it is faith, it is your intuition. Some persons would even go as far to say Don't worry, it is not your time to die. If it was your time, nothing would have happened. That's still small voice. Many people have lost their lives today because they failed to listen. Yeah, they failed to listen. There's nothing like it is because it happened. If you had not done that, it wouldn't have happened. Yeah, I can go on and on about stories and even people I know personally that had dreams, that had revelations, that had, trance. They had this, this withdrawal in their spirit, but they neglected it and went ahead, and the devastation, the after effects, of what happened was devastating. And just if they had listened, if they had obeyed, it wouldn't have happened. So that still small voice that urged me to act, demonstrated the divine communication, which often comes in subtle, in quiet, in still voice, in subtle ways. I mean, that was God. That was the finest straw, and I am just so grateful I listened. And God was just so kind. Maybe he knows at times I can be so stubborn. He knows I had lots of things to also do, and I was also going for a program. I mean, that's his program, man. So you gotta protect me. Come on, what do you think, guys? So don't mind me. I'm just trying to say that God, in His infinite mercy, just saw that. Okay, maybe she was just trying to hurry up quick to meet up the program. I have to do something, and somehow He poured on me that coldness, and then that voice that said, what would it take you? So to me, that still voice was just God speaking to me. That was just the last straw. We should also act prompt when guidance comes, and when counseling comes, when you're being told to do something. We should act prompt, and even though it seems inconvenient and unnecessary, we should try to also give that person a chance to listen to what they have to say. And very important, guys, humility and obedience. Some of us, my mom said this over and over and over, and I just wanted to not outright disobedience. It wasn't outrightly I wasn't outrightly disobeying her. I think because of the many things I was trying to catch up with time, I just wanted to get done with it and then leave there. But that teaches us that obedience is very, very important. And some of us can be so disobedient. We just want to do things our way. We just want to do it the way we feel, should work for us, the way we feel it goes, with our feelings, with our emotions, with our thought process and everything. And sometimes we'll even go as far as saying, who is this telling me what to do? I mean, you cannot tell me what to do. That's not it, guys. No matter how little, sometimes it could even be little children. It could be those you're way older than, telling you not to do something. And we just look at them, this little person telling me what to do. I mean, what's giving you that audacity? And then you just go your way and do whatever you want to do. So we should try to obey. We should try to sit back, look at, people, weigh people's, opinion, their thoughts and all that. Look at it, and if you feel it's not going to hurt you in any way, just give it a try. We never can tell how far that is going to actually help us. So guys, in conclusion, I would encourage us to very importantly pay attention to inner warnings and feelings of unease. Very important. And please, guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.